So I don't know if some of you know, Airblade came out with a new frame. It's actually an updated version of an old frame that they used to have, and so I was getting all the parts for it to build one up. It should be on the way to me now. I should have it here probably on Monday, but I was getting all the parts. I didn't know what I was going to use. I actually got the Superman motors. For those of you that don't know what those are, they're 1404 3850 kV motors that are blue and red, and they're made by DYS for Airblade, and they're just badass motors. I love them, especially on 4S with 3-inch prop. Is just so sick. But I changed my mind and decided that, so on the updated 150 from Airblade, it has the slots, so you can either use a 9x9 pattern or a 12x12 pattern motor. So I got these hobbywing xrotor 1306 4500 kV. Never used these before. I've never tried them before. Never seen them before in person either, so we'll be checking them out together here. I've never used a 4500 kV either. Any 1306 I ever used was always a 4000 kV. So it'll be interesting to see the difference. Damn it. I'm thinking it's gonna have a nice, real nice high-end punch. Oh yeah, these are gonna be awesome. I didn't know that they were this color. It's kind of dull, but still, yeah, that's gonna be sweet. So 1306 4500 kV hobbywing xrotor. One thing I really liked about this that I was reading about is that it has 4mm bearings, and most motors this size have 3mm bearings. It feels really, really smooth. Just, oh my god, it's crazy. It has that feel like that it has really strong magnets, but that the bearings are just so amazingly smooth that it just spins effortlessly. So man, I think these are gonna be just awesome. Yeah, look at that. You don't ever see a 1306 do that. That's crazy. And it's not that it feels like the magnets are just so weak that it just spins fast. It's like I just said, like they feel really strong, but that the bearings are just insanely smooth. That's the feeling I get from it. The shaft, actually the shaft is like a perfect length. I'm used to like the DYS 1306s. The shaft is so tall that you have, like, 4mm sticking out the top past the lock nut. So you get 2 of them in a box, and it was like $33. It was $32.99 per box, which is what, $16.50 a piece. There's a plastic washer thing. I don't know if you put that on before or after the prop. And some screws, some M2. This does have the 12x12. Pretty long wire. It's a 26 gauge. Definitely long enough for any 3-inch frame. Let's grab the Acro Brat and see. Yeah, plenty long wire. So yeah, I'm gonna throw these on. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Hollow shaft, but not all the way through. Yeah, it's just for the top part. Just for where the threads are is hollow. And that's it. That's pretty nice. I'm not a fan of the hollow shaft, but it just depends on what it's made out of and whatnot, you know. But these motors are so small, it's not a big deal to make them as strong as possible, you know. So yeah, pretty nice motors. I just had one other thing that I wanted to show. These are battery straps from Get FPV. Lumenier makes them. And I saw a video on Facebook where they like hooked one up to two trucks that were driving away from each other to stretch it out and try to break it, and it didn't break. Oh my god, these are just beautiful. Wow. Oh, and it's got that rubber. Damn, that is nice. Here's my new favorite battery strap without even using it. Damn, that is nice. Yeah, that rubber, it's like a rubber thread or something. It's crazy. It's a little bit thick, but you know, I don't think that's going to be a problem. I don't remember how much this was either, but it was pretty cheap for 3 straps. It was like $5 or $6 or something. Pretty good deal. These aren't just like regular straps. Like, let me grab another strap. Here's a Race Day quads. Here's a Rotor Geeks Race Day quads. Race Day quads doesn't make these real thin little ones for micros. I mean, this is short for micros, but it's real wide, so it's not going to fit every micro frame. But it is real short. But I really don't like how it has this that hangs out and this that hangs out. I mean, you can try to cut them down, but then if you don't do it perfectly, you'll end up cutting into the threads, and then it'll just rip apart. But yeah, when you're trying to pull these through frames, these get caught up on shit, and it just makes it so hard to pull them through. And this part. But other than that, you know, these have been all right. I haven't ever had one break on me. I believe this is a 180 millimeter too, or it might be shorter. Yeah, it looks about 20 millimeters shorter or something. And then this is the Rotor Geeks one, which I like this one too. This is pretty much the same as the Airblade one. They're pretty much identical, actually. I'm trying to think if I have an Airblade one somewhere. I don't know. These are pretty close to the same length. They're the same width. But the Rotor Geeks one, you know, it's not rubber. Like, it doesn't have that grip. I mean, I think they say that it's rubber, and it might even be rubber, but it's not. It's not like this rubber that instantly stops your finger, you know. This just slides right over a battery, and this will actually grip it, you know. You know what they need to do? The battery companies, they need to make the battery. I mean, look how they make the battery. They put this clear, shiny, like slippery shit, you know. It's like the most slippery thing that you could that you could put on here. What they need to do is, well, actually, I guess there is a few companies that do. Like Turnigy uses heat shrink for theirs. Heat shrink is a good idea, but they should come out with something that like has like some kind of grip strips or something on it, or something like that, you know, where it wouldn't even matter what kind of strap you're using. Like something like this on the battery would be pretty sweet. And I know you could do that yourself, but it'd be pretty cool if the battery company did it, I guess. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, enough rambling from me. This video's been too long already. I just wanted to show these. Pretty excited to build that 150. I really can't wait to build it. And I think these motors are going to be pretty sweet. 4,500 kV. I bet I could even run this thing on 3S. It'd be a 3-inch 3S monster. And then 4S would just be insane. So, alright.